Hello and welcome! I wanted to do something extra for Christmas because I can and it's fun. And I thought to myself, what better way to get you through these cold and dark times than a wintry, snowy investigation in a cozy lodge? That's right, maybe you've already guessed it, but we're gonna play Nancy Drew's The White Wolf of Icicle Creek. It is the 16th game in the series and was released in 2007. Nancy goes to Canada to help the owner of the Icicle Creek Lodge, Chantal. She needs our help looking into suspicious accidents that have happened here. Believe it or not, but a wolf is the prime suspect. Somehow it keeps showing up on the scene of the crime and howls away in the distance suspiciously. Or is someone trying to make us think that the lodge is cursed? In any case, it's up to us to figure out what is going on and follow a trail of hidden secrets and sabotage. I will post the first two parts today and tomorrow, and the rest every other day until the 3rd of January. And this will be the only playthrough during this time. Curious about the other games? Check out my community page. Well, without further ado, let's get started!
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew.
Most Nancy games start the same way. She gives an explanation which is basically the same for each game. But if you're a true fan, I do not want to take this away from you. So I kept this in the video. If however you say, boring, please skip, then go to the time shown on screen.
So you can tell a lot about a person by where he or she lives. I thought I'd introduce myself by showing you my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty neat. Of course, I don't spend that much time in here. I always seem to be off solving mysteries. Anyway, here's my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That will tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
Alrighty, that was a long intro, but I kind of like it because this is really typical for most Nancy games that they do this intro. It's the same text every time. So what she said, we can take a look at the scrapbook, which includes all the cases up until this one. And this one is number 16. So that not all of them are in here because this is a bit of an older game. It was released 2006, if I'm saying that right. So if you have been watching my channel, thanks, first of all. And second, you may have seen that I have posted other Nancy Drew games already, like Legend of the Crystal Skull, which is not on here because it's newer. And of course, Midnight in Salem, which is the latest one. And as you probably know, they are developing a new one as we speak. The Mystery of the Seven Keys, I think it's called. But I don't think it's done yet. This is what Nancy says. If you've never played a Nancy Drew game, you can take a look at everything, how you're supposed to play it, but you won't need to because I will do everything so you won't need to think. So let's take a look at the case file. Current assignment. Head to the Icicle Creek Lodge, a small guest lodge deep in the Canadian Rockies of Alberta, Canada, and try to figure out why so many accidents have been happening there. The woman who runs the lodge, Chantal, called me out of the blue, saying that Beth and Ed Rawley from Shadow Ranch had recommended me. See, that's also a different game. She sounded so desperate that I couldn't refuse. She said she was on her way to Edmonton to meet with her lawyers, so a handyman... The lawnmower is really loud. She said she was on her way to Edmonton to meet with her lawyers, so her handyman, Ollie Randall, will pick me up at the airport. She told me it's been really cold and snowy there and that I should pack accordingly, and then she said something about a wolf. The connection was getting really bad and I could barely hear her, but I'm pretty sure she used the word prowling, or was it howling? Well, that is what they do. Along with dangerous and be careful. Accidents are one thing, but wild animals? I hope I know what I'm getting into. Well, to be honest, I'm not that scared. in this case because I don't fear wolves, because they don't eat people unless they really, really have to and are really hungry and desperate. So I'm not really that scared of them. Difficulty level? What should I do? Because I am experienced, but if I choose junior, I will get more game experience maybe. Well, let's do senior for this one. I hope I don't regret it. And we're off.
When Chantal told me you were just a young thing, well, I thought she was pulling my leg. But you're not much older than my little girl, Freddie.
Well, if one of the people at the lodge is to blame for all those accidents, Chantal thinks somebody like me has a better chance of figuring out who it is than somebody more, you know, hard-nosed.
Hard-nosed.
Chantal has a bad habit of making up her mind without thinking things clear through. No need for you to tell her I said that, of course.
Of course.
Is she still in Edmonton?
Afraid so. Insurance company's giving her and her lawyers a real hard time. Left running the lodge up to me. Which is why I'm not real crazy about the idea of having somebody new underfoot, especially if something else happens.
I won't be underfoot, Mr. Randall, and I may be young, but I'm no novice when it comes to solving mysteries.
True that.
We're here, so you'll get to prove yourself soon enough.
That is a wolf.
You hear that?
I did.
Well, now, what was that?
Whoops. Am I supposed to believe a wolf did that? Yeah, right.
Was anyone in the bunkhouse when it exploded?
No, ma'am. Everyone here at the lodge is accounted for.
That's where Elsa and Becky had been living. Guess it was a good thing they quit after all. Elsa was my maid and Becky was my cook. Does the sheriff have any idea why the bunkhouse exploded?
He said he'd know more after the lab was done running tests on the debris he'd collected. He did say the blast was pretty powerful.
We saw that.
One of his deputies found the knob to the back door clear out on the highway.
Oh, that does it. Nancy, you have to find out who or what is behind these incidents, and you have to do it fast.
You sure you don't want to give your daddy a call?
My dad
Your
runs
daddy?
a whole chain of resorts, Ollie. If you think I'm going to admit to him that I can't handle running just one, guess again. Besides, Nancy comes highly recommended, and
I do?
I'm sure she's got a foolproof plan for getting to the bottom of this. Don't you, Nancy?
Well, I was thinking that maybe I'd just be your new maid.
You want to be my maid?
That would give me access to everyone's room, and I could question people without making them overly suspicious.
Oh, yeah, that's an excellent idea. All right, you're my new maid. In fact, you're my new cook, too.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Your cook?
Well, that way, Ollie can stop pretending he can even read a recipe, let alone follow one. You'll have even more excuses to talk to the guests, and I won't have to pay anyone.
Why, I think that's a fine idea, ma'am.
Now, we're not taking any more guests until this accident thing is cleared up. So I want both of you to make sure that the 4 guests we have are well taken care of. Especially that Olympic caliber cross-country skier from Fredonia, Yanni Volstaya. The flair he brings to the lodge is just what I need to attract the European jet-setting crowd.
I'm gonna be pretty busy trying to get rid of that wolf, Chantal.
We heard it howl last night, just before the bunkhouse blew up.
Well, do whatever you have to, Ollie. Oh,
Don't get it,
Nancy,
please.
I want you to call this police detective I've hired as a consultant. I put his number on the phone there at the lodge. In fact, I think you know him. Tino Balducci? I gotta go. My lawyer's here. Good luck, you guys, and keep me posted. Coming!
Tino Balducci.
Doesn't sound
I'll
like
get
she
you a
likes
master
him.
key and leave it in your room. If you need anything else, I'll be in the basement.
You do that. I don't know which game that detective is from. I've played all of them, but I don't remember everything. So maybe I should have played them in order. I'm in my room. I wanted to check out that phone. So I have clothes. Does that mean I have to change clothes at one point? I can't do anything. Oh, I have inventory, case file, read that. I have a teddy and a letter. Employee instructions. I want to say instructions. Make duties: daily cleaning, pick up laundry bag at the front desk, available after 5:45, and clean only those rooms displaying the housekeeping sign. Make the bed, remove used towels and washcloths. All rooms displaying the housekeeping sign must be cleaned no later than noon. Top laundry bag down the chute.
Skating pond maintenance. Oh, looks like I'm going to be doing a little bit of everything while I'm here.
What? Why does the maid need to do that? That sounds boring. What must be shoveled after every snowfall? Warning, some sections of ice will be very thin due to hot spring activity. Ooh, there are hot springs, I want to go in those. Pay close attention to the color of the ice and only shovel off those areas which are safe to skate on. Alright, I'm not gonna read this exactly because I think I have to get back to this when I have to do it. So this is kind of a puzzle probably.
Report all avalanches to the Avalanche Patrol.
Why is she speaking that weirdly? So slow. Do I need to remember that phone number? Criminal activity? To the sheriff, sauna. Oh, I want to go to the sauna too. Cooking, breakfast served from 7 a.m. to 8:15. So I missed that. I don't have to do that, luckily. Although lunch is served from noon to 1 p.m. so I have to make that. I think I have to write this down because I'm never gonna remember this, or is Nancy gonna tell me what I need to do at what time? Probably not. Alright.
This must be the key Ollie said he'd leave for me. And this must be a list of which guest is in what room. That'll come in handy.
It sure will. Bill Kessler, Lou Talbot, Guadalupe Comilio, and Yanni Volkstaya, which she said is the important skier or whatever. I can set a time. Alright, I don't want to do that right now, but it's handy that I have that. Who was that? I heard a door. I don't know if I need to take a look in here. I don't think I do. It's totally quiet all of a sudden. Alright, so not much I can do in this room, I think. So let's go outside. So Chinook is on the other side. Who's in there? It's nobody. Alright, so that's empty. Then we have Quell, who's in here. Oh, that's me. Alright. So this needs maze serves and this too. So I can just look around here, that's handy. Alright, but first I need to see who's in here. So let's start with this. Kala, that is Yanni Volkstaya. So that is the important, I don't know, skier or snowboarder. I don't know what he does. Winter sports. World Championship venue remains a mystery. While it is common knowledge that the World Championship cross-country skiing competition will take place in Alberta, Canada, the winner of the next, exactly where in Alberta is currently the sport's best kept secret. We will be making a formal announcement next month, but that is where we are though, said Olivia Dorfman, director of the event. When pressed to explain the delay, she said, "Delay? There is no delay. We simply saw no reason to announce the venue any earlier." It is widely rumored that behind the scenes, bidding by hotel and restaurant chains has held up the final decision, leading to criticism that the event has become more about commerce than competition. But Dorfman refused to comment on either charge. Despite Dorfman's steadfast silence, there is growing speculation that the prestigious event will be held somewhere around Banff, specifically in the pristine countryside which borders Icicle Creek. That's also where we are. The fact that hotel owners and restaurateurs in the Icicle Creek area are extremely reluctant to discuss the competition lends considerable credence to the rumor, but only time in the form of Mrs. Dorfman will tell. Is this Ivan? Crazy Ivan? I don't know. But I don't know why I can look at this. It's supposed to tell me something. Why is there no music in this game? Did I turn that off? No, there just isn't any.
Shoot, I can't clean this room yet. I don't have anything to put the dirty laundry in.
So I can do it whenever I like. Oh, that's handy. I thought I had to do it between those times. Ina is Lou Talbot. And the key I got, is it this one? It won't work. No. But maybe he's hiding something then, if that's locked. Although mine is locked too. The Call of the Wild by Jack London. Oh, I can't do anything with it. No. Alright. Can make his bed. At least I did that already. But I don't want to clean up all the rooms right now. Emergency exit only. Cold warning. Check the lobby for cold weather warnings and remember to bundle up. Is that why I have clothes here? I don't even know which way I need to go. Restroom. Very useful. Why can you do
This
that?
must be where I drop the laundry bag after I'm done cleaning all the rooms. This chute is for dirty laundry.
Is there no music in this game? It's very quiet. This is maybe where the sauna is. Or something. Who are you?
Oh, no.
Is something wrong?
Is something wrong?
You are what is wrong. Chantal
Rude.
said there would be no more guests to make noise at all hours and disturb my training. Yet what stands before me? A new guest.
No, I'm not a guest. I'm Nancy Drew, the new maid, and the new cook.
Forgive me. Allow me to start over.
Please do.
I am Yanni Vokstaya. I am here to train for the Eastern European Cross-Country Championship. I spend my days doing interval work, drills, and isometric exercises. I follow a strict program, one painstakingly designed by a team of the best coaches in Fredonia. In fact, under no circumstances are you to use your key to let anyone into my room. My competitors are constantly spying on me, trying to steal my techniques.
Seems a little paranoid. Way out here?
You think someone's spying on you way out here?
One can never be too careful, so know this. If anything is missing or so much as out of place in my room, you can expect a visit from me, and it will not be a pleasant one.
I do not like to be threatened. Have you ever... Let's just change the subject.
Have you ever seen the wolf while you were out training?
No, for which I'm very grateful. In my country, in Fredonia, it is said that the gaze of the wolf will make you go blind.
Fredonia, I've never heard of that. Really?
Really?
They are creatures of infinite evil,
Not
and
true.
that is all I'm going to say on the matter.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
We'll talk again, I'm sure.
I don't like him very much. He's very rude, but he's probably just... This is just the way he is. That's what I think. So here's the sauna, so I was right about that.
Oh, it feels wonderful in here.
Alright. Is she gonna get locked up in this at one point? She might. Oh, there's someone else.
Need something?
What are you making? Lay of the land. Yeah, I'm kinda lost.
I'm just trying to get the lay of the land. Or the lay of the lodge in this case.
Well, this is my workshop. I'm building something that's gonna solve all our problems. A wolf trap. One that'll finish off that thing out there once and for all.
You think the wolf is causing the accidents?
Not a doubt in my mind. Everything was A-OK till it showed up and started howling. It's bad luck, and something's protecting it. Something unnatural.
Why do you say that?
Why do you say that?
Yesterday I went looking for it. I tracked it and finally found it, sitting across the creek, not 20 yards away from me, just staring at me. So I raised my rifle, drew a bead, and fired. Easiest shot I've ever taken in my life. And I missed. So I fired again, and I missed, and then I missed again, and all the while it just sat there staring until finally it just stood up, walked toward the brush just as calm as could be, and disappeared, Wild animals just don't act like that, and I just don't miss like that. There's something real weird about that wolf, and I ain't gonna rest till I get rid of it. So maybe we should just find something else to job out. You met my little girl yet?
No, but you mentioned that her name is Freddie?
Yep. Spends most of her time outside. She built herself a little snow fort. Just sits out there waiting for somebody to go by so she can pick a snowball fight with them. I keep asking her how she manages to stay warm all day, but she won't tell me. Says she's got a secret weapon. Yeah, she's something.
I remember that though, that you need to do have a snowball fight with someone. Didn't remember that it was in this game, but I guess it is. Can you tell me more about the accidents? How long have you worked for Chantal? I think this is a personal question. It's probably not alive anymore or something.
Can you tell me more about the accidents that have been happening around here?
Nope, sure can't.
You can't or you don't want to?
You can't or you don't want to.
Chantal and those lawyers of hers said I couldn't talk about them. Supposed to direct all questions to her. Sorry.
All right. How long have you worked here?
How long have you worked for Chantal?
About a year and a half. I was her first hire, best hire too. I could run this place single-handed if I had to, just like I'm doing now.
Then why am I working? Have you ever been in the guest lodge business before? First time I talked to Chantal, she mentioned you used to be a rancher. Do you miss ranching?
The first time I talked to
Sounds like
Chantal,
that.
she mentioned you used to be a rancher. Do you miss ranching?
Yeah, a little. Tough life, though. Owned my own spread about 15 years ago. Well, bank owned most of it. And after 2 bad winters and 1 bone-dry summer, the bank owned all of it. But I've learned a whole lot since then. I could make it work now. Just need to find the right property, get my hands on enough cash to make a down payment, that's all.
I'll just ask this question, which I kind of know the answer to, I think.
Does your wife, Freddie's mom, does she live here too?
In the summer she does, but in the winter she goes south. See, she's got this nerve condition that makes her real sensitive to cold. Freddie'd like to go with her, but until Chantal stops putting off giving me that raise she promised me, sending Freddie south too is out of the question.
Alrighty.
I'll let you get back to work.
Good.
Though nothing going on there then. Just thought he was a single daddy or something. So these two are here in the basement. That's good to remember. And also because I chose senior mode, I won't have the task list. Where is it? Oh, I can't even access it. Normally you can check off. Because I'm senior, I don't need this. Check. Oh, I wanted to go this way. What's this? Oh, I've been here. Wait, but this seems like you're going somewhere else, but you're not. That's weird. Alright, let's go upstairs. So let's take a look at our observations. Oh, we do have some. I need to remember to call Ned from time to time just in case absence doesn't make the heart grow fonder after all. Chantal knows Ben and Ed Raleigh, the couple on Shadow Ranch. I know. It's really cold here. I'm going to have to be careful whenever I'm outside. If I get too cold, I could end up with hypothermia. Which means if I'm outside and I start shivering really bad, I better get inside. Or else. Sounds like a threat. Alright, so what does that mean? She needs to get warmer clothing or something? There's a set of employee instructions in my room, as well as in a computer in the lobby. Oh, that's handy. It looks like I'm going to be chief cook and bottle washer around here. I better give it a good look. Call avalanche patrol and report any avalanches I know about. Call Ned and the patrol. It's hard to believe that anyone could be as ambitious and driven as Yanni Volkstaya seems to be, but then he is training for an international skiing event. Maybe that's the way all world-class athletes act. Could be, I wouldn't know that.
Bone which Trapper Dan found near the lodge. He believed it came from a race of giants known as Rexes. The bone's not there. Wonder what happened to it.
Yeah, me too. I need a code. Snowshoes owned and used by Trapper Dan in the early 1900s. Oh, so I need to show snowshoes. I can't say the word snowshoes at one point. What's this? Why can't I look at this?
Young and old alike have stayed at Icicle Creek Lodge throughout its 100-year history. Looks like some of the pictures are missing.
Another puzzle, I think. Suggestions from Lizzie Applegate seen it right reportedly came in handy when in 1905 a heavy pelt tax was levied on fur trappers and Trepadan added hidden chambers, passageways and hard-to-open locks to the lodge to facilitate his smuggling operation. Cool, so there are secret passageways. Is this Trepadan? Daniel Weisnitz, aka Trepadan, started the construction of what is known today as the Icicle Creek Lodge in 1894. It served as his center of operations until the winter of 1921, when he vanished without a trace. In 1934, the lodge was purchased by Abe Wentworth, who maintained it as a hunting lodge until Chantal Mowick assumed ownership in 2006. Although Trepadan, who never married, probably found himself snowbound and totally alone for several weeks each winter, which no doubt explains some of the lodge's more eccentric features and furnishings, he was outgoing and intellectually curious, and often entertained celebrities at the lodge, including Teddy Roosevelt, Lizzie Applegate, Frederick Banting, Ernest Hemingway, and Marie Curie. This is Theodore Roosevelt and Trepadan. Also gone.
Trapper Dan's needle.
He built this monument not far from the lodge. Why he built it remains a mystery. And what it looks like also remains a mystery. The rugged setting of the lodge, while spectacular, also makes it prone to natural dangers. Avalanches are not uncommon, and hot springs cause ponds in the area to freeze unevenly. Because Icicle Lake is so remote, the Navy used it for research during World War II. Maybe those are real photos. Oh, this is... oh, wait. The piggy. In the early 20th century, Trepadan, senior with his pet pig, Mary, was famous throughout the Northwest Territories of Canada. His skill at trapping beavers, badgers, martens, fishes, minks, lynx, wolverines and foxes was legendary. So did he really exist? I've never heard of him. But maybe he's very famous. Can't see that well if I've seen everything. I think I have. Alright, so what else is here? It's this little pyramid thing. It's also a puzzle. But don't I need more information for this? Do I need to make everything a wolf, maybe? Could be. No, that doesn't do anything. No. No, probably need to have more information to know the combination.
Not time for kitchen duty yet.
Oh, this is the kitchen, alright. Why don't I have a map or something so I know where I need to be for everything? There's no one here. The Daily Moose. Food poisoning, Wolf Lake, Icicle Creek Lodge. Top story. 4 people were forced to check out early from the Icicle Creek Lodge after becoming violently ill. Edmund Farringdale, 41, his wife Ginny, 38, and their 9-year-old daughter Sue of Westwood, New Jersey, and Betsy Stills, 58, of Calgary, Alberta, were admitted to Pineville Hospital early yesterday morning with suspected food poisoning. Lab tests performed on food samples removed from the lodge confirmed the presence of salmonella bacteria in the potato salad, which all 4 had consumed. Yeah, that will make you sick. They are expected to make a full recovery. The owner of the lodge, Chantal Mowick, was at a loss to explain how the potato salad became contaminated. The same ingredients used to make the potato salad were used in other dishes without any of the other guests becoming sick, she said. Moreover, Becky assures me that the potato salad was never left sitting out at room temperature, and she should know, she was my cook. None of the 4 victims, including Stills, plan to return to the lodge upon their release from the hospital. If you ask me, the lodge is jinxed, Stills said. Miss Muik better give up trying to turn the lodge into some kind of hoity-toity spa while she still can. First of all, now this. I'm leaving and she should too. Stills was referring to the lone wolf which has been spotted several times within the past week in the Icicle Creek drainage. Because ranchers in the area have reported no increase in livestock predation, authorities are urging hunters not to go after the wolf, contending they would pose a greater danger to visitors to the backcountry than the wolf does. Probably. Sasquatch sightings. Man attacked by wolverine. Alright, it looks like someone wants to... oh, there are people here. Scare people off. Probably want to lodge for themselves or something. This is probably the motive. Who are you?
Well, hello there. You must be the new maid Ollie told us about. I'm Bill Kessler. This guy's Lou Talbot.
Hey.
What's your name again?
Nancy Drew. Just thought I'd come over and say hello.
Well, Lou here's a grad student. Art major of all things. You're probably gonna need a jackhammer and some hydrochloric acid to clean his room, eh?
I don't know what it is about this man, but I immediately do not trust him. Are you two old friends?
Are you two old friends?
Not hardly. I've known Lou for all of, what? About a week, I guess. I checked in right after he did. We sat down after breakfast one morning and discovered that this fox and geese game is pretty darn fun. I've been whipping his tail ever since.
Is this your first time here?
Is this the first time you've been to the lodge?
Yep, sure is. I came for the ice fishing. Of course, knowing there's a renegade wolf running around is kinda dampened my enthusiasm.
Have you seen it?
Have you seen the wolf?
Just heard it. Every night since I've been here, in fact. Gets creepier each time. They should get rid of it, and the sooner the better. They didn't put up with wolves prowling around this place 40 years ago, and they shouldn't put up with them now.
What are you, Little Red Riding Hood? That
I
wolf's
agree.
not hurting anybody. People should just leave it alone.
Little
You'll
Red
be
Riding
singing
Hood.
a different tune when it has some little kid for breakfast, then has you for lunch.
Not
That
gonna
won't
happen,
happen.
dude.
No.
Trust me, if something bad can happen, chances are it eventually will, dude. Hey, I know what you can do. Shovel the snow off the skating pond so we can do some speed skating. Lou here thinks he's faster than me.
You're like ancient. Of course I'm faster than you.
You may have youth on your side, my friend, but I've been
Ancient.
working construction since before you were born, which means I am more fit now than you will ever be. Get that pond shoveled so we can settle this, okay, kiddo?
Consider it done.
Kiddo.
You're supposed to be shoveling snow off the pond.
I know, but I wanted to speak with you as well, but I guess you're... how do you say it? A one package deal. Whatever. Alright, so... This is just a newspaper. Yes. And these two people. I don't want a snow shovel, really, but I kinda have to probably. This is just going around the other way. Yep. Alright. Do I need to... No, this
As long
was
as
the
it's not time to
kitchen.
cook, I might as well stay out of the kitchen.
Where did I leave? What's this? Oh, this is the computer. Let's look at this. What's this? Maid duties. Skating park maintenance. I might as well write this down because I'm gonna have to do this. Those two boys. One is one patch, so that's easily to remember then. Although probably won't look this way, will it? Don't know. Place cones on thin and cracked ice. Sounds easy enough. Alright. What's this? Guest register. I have phone numbers. Cool. Can I call some of them? I mean the people who checked out who were in the paper maybe? Or do I need to... Why don't I write these down? 551 555 7425 is Faringdale. Was he in the paper? I don't know. Called Jenkins, I think was. Jenkins. 312-555-7547. Derek? I don't know. 418-555-7387.
Contents deleted. Wonder why.
Me too. Luke Talbot is here. Faringdale. And Yanni's also here. And Guadalupe, I haven't seen her. It says hypothermia risks. Green indicates it is safe to go outside. And I have a hospital number. Let's write that down too. Hospital 555-4878. Because there are 3 people in the hospital. Alright. Birding information. Birds seen in the area. So there are none now. Because it's winter, right? Ice fishing. Alright, so won't need that right now, I don't think. Phone. So I can call the sheriff, the hospital. So I didn't need to write that down. Let's try it. And I have Tino Balducci also. Do I need to call him?
You have reached Pinevale Hospital. All our doctors and nurses are busy right now. Please try again later. Thank you.
Alright, let's try. 555-5375. Which game is he from, though?
Hey, Nancy! I was wondering when your number there was gonna show up on caller ID. This is Dino Balducci.
Now
Remember
last
me?
train.
From that last train to Blue Moon Canyon we went on? Yeah, I'm the one who helped you find that long-lost treasure.
I'm not sure helped is the right word, Mr. Balducci.
Probably
Please,
isn't.
call me Tino.
In fact, Tino, I'm a little surprised you're still in law enforcement, considering some of the unethical, if not illegal, stunts you pulled back then.
She
Hey,
sounds angry.
That's all behind me. Ancient history. Water under the bridge. So, looks like we're gonna be working together on this sabotage thing, huh?
Looks like.
Well, you'll be happy to know that I'm working on something that'll pretty much crack this case wide open. But in the meantime, what can I do you for?
I sincerely doubt it. How do you know her? Yes, let's ask this.
I'm curious, how do you know Chantal?
Friend of a friend heard about all the problems she was having up there and immediately figured she could use my crime-solving expertise. So I gave her a call, we had lunch, we hit it off, and bingo. I got myself a new client.
How many clients do you have?
I have enough. I mean, you know, you go
So
spreading
probably
yourself
one.
too thin in this business, and the next thing you know, crime out the wazoo.
I think that'll do it.
I think that'll do it.
Always a pleasure.
That was useful. So why don't I try calling the people from the guest register? So Faringdale 551-555-7425. Don't know if it will work. It might.
Hello?
Hi, are you Mrs. Faringdale?
Put your socks on in the car, okay? We're late. This better not be a sales call because I really don't have time.
No, my name is Nancy Drew, and I'm calling from the Icicle Creek Lodge. You know, in Canada.
After what happened to me and my family, I have no intention of going back there ever, no matter how many freebies you throw in. I thought I made that clear. Put that cookie down and get in the car.
She's a little busy. You wanna come back because of the food poisoning thing? I'm not really with the lodge. Just wondered if you could tell me what happened.
I'm not really with the lodge. I just wondered if you could tell me what happened.
The 3 of us had meatloaf, potato salad, and green beans for dinner one night. And by 4 the next morning, we were all sick as dogs and had to be taken to the hospital. We recovered quickly, thank goodness. But the minute we got out, we went straight to the airport. I will never set foot in that lodge again. The worst of it is, I made poor little Susie eat all of her potato salad that night. Eat it, I said. It's cold out. You need the carbs. Now she refuses to eat any kind of potatoes, even French fries. All our friends think she's a freak, and all our friends' mothers think I'm a freak for going to Canada for winter break instead of Disney World like everyone else. Turn that TV off. I have to go. Susie's got a soccer game, and I'm snack mom. Only I haven't been to the store yet. Maybe I can sneak out during halftime.
Sure, just pull out the orange slices and no one will notice.
Oh my gosh, the orange slices. Susie, get in the car! We have to go right now!
She sounds like fun. So let's try Jenkins. 312 555 7547. Oh, busy signal. Alright, maybe I can only call one. Then we have Derek. 418 555 7387. No. Alright. So I don't think I need to call Chantal, the hospital, no, the sheriff. No, I needed to call him when there was criminal activity. Or should I, while I'm here, just call him, see what he says? 555 7827. I hope the game doesn't send me home.
This is the sheriff's office. Nobody's in the office right now, so you can either hang up and call back, or wait for the beep and leave us a message. Your choice.
I don't need to leave a message.
No. I just thought maybe they would. What's this? Tell me something. January 15. Chantal, this is my formal notice of resignation. While I have enjoyed being in service with you and staff of Icicle Creek Lodge, I no longer feel safe with all of these accidents going on. I've put a claim to your insurance company for the damage I sustained to my tires by the wolf. Please call me at... Oh, wait. 555 2383 if you expect any delay with the check. Elsa. Let's call Elsa too. Why not? What's this? Oh, laundry bag. Yes, I need that.
Looks like Elsa was having major boyfriend problems.
Elsa was a previous mate? This time, when I read in your letter saying you weren't coming, I didn't get sad, I got mad. I can't believe you think working as a stupid maid at some stupid lodge for some stupid lady whose name I can't even pronounce is more important than spending time with me. If I didn't love you so much, I'd tell you to go take a flying leap. But since I love you more than anything, I'll just have to do something else. Like maybe take your precious collection of troll dolls out of the box. Troll dolls? It's so weird to say. You stored in my garage and dumped them down the disposal. Or maybe I'll sell them on eBay for a nickel apiece. I don't know how else to make you understand that I love you with all my heart and I always will. L. Yeah, that sounds very loving. Not. Dearest Elsa, you said in your letter that you love me forever back. But if that's true, why'd you put off coming here to see me? When I read you weren't coming, I stopped and looked around because it felt just like somebody had walked up and stabbed me through the heart. Oh my god. I'm starting to get real jealous of that lodge you work at. You spend way more time there than you do with me, and I don't like it one bit. I can't help myself. I'm so in love with you, it's getting hard to see straight, and that's the truest thing I've ever told you. Come see me next week. He seems very high maintenance, or is it maybe a girl? My darling Elsa, remember how I told you that I love you more than anything? Well, that was true, but what's even truer is that I'm going to love you forever. Sometimes thinking about forever makes me dizzy, like when I start thinking about the sky and how it doesn't stop at the moon or the sun or even the Milky Way, but just keeps going and going and going. But when I think about you, forever seems totally cool, because it's one thing to just keep going and going and going by yourself, but to keep going and going and going with somebody, that's awesome. Write me back as soon as you get this. I can't wait to see you next week. Alright, so basically she's never gonna get rid of that person. They're gonna stalk her forever. What was the number? 5552383. No. They're all busy. That's too bad. Or maybe did I do it wrong? No, I don't think I did. So maybe I need to unlock that somehow. But this is the needle, that's why the picture's missing. The picture is missing. This is where I am. Bunkhouse blew up. Skating pond. So I need to go off the trail. Alright. Wait, but there was another door. Caution.
Nancy, Chantal's calling.
Oh.
It's past noon, Nancy. You need to get the housekeeping done, okay?
Okay.
One more thing. Ask Yanni if it would be all right if I used his name and picture on the Icicle Creek Lodge website. I mean, when I finally have a website, it would be great publicity, okay?
Sure.
Good. Talk to you soon.
Oh, so the game does remind me. That's cool. Alright, so I need to do the rooms. But how do I get there? Up the stairs. It's fine. I don't mind it. This is my room, right? Yes. Don't need to do this one. Alright, there's no one here. So let's do this one. Towels. I don't need to make this bed, it looks like. No, they made their own. Which is nice of them. Or they did this maybe. No, I made this one, I think. Wait, I didn't see this before. What is this? Paints. Wait, so whose room was this? Ina. Who's an Ina? Lou Talbot. Alright, so that's that old guy that I don't trust. Right? Wait, I'm going in circles. Oh, lolly? How do you even say that? Wait, who's in here? Guadalupe, why do you have a magazine on him? She's studying him. Rising star from Fredonia refuses to lose. The fact that Yanni Volkastaya has won 5 of the last 7 cross-country skiing events he has entered may be an enviable accomplishment, but it is hardly a surprising one. This is because above all else, Volkstein hates to lose. And for him, losing means finishing anything other than first. If you don't come in first, what's the point? When he says this, he seems genuinely puzzled. A citizen of Fredonia, he has been skiing competitively and winning for as long as he can remember. As a child, I expected to win, and I always did. I was very stubborn. You still are. When I was older, I had better competition, and it became more and more difficult to win because of stubbornness alone. And so I began to accept advice and to watch others, and to work on my technique. And that way, I was able to keep winning. A mandatory 2-year stint in the Fredonian Mountain Brigade not only sharpened Volkstaya's skiing skills, but carrying a rifle and shooting at targets while on patrol opened up what for him was a brand new sport, the biathlon. 3 weeks after leaving the army, he entered the Eastern European Biathlon Championship and won. The Fredonian army taught him at least one other valuable lesson: knowing your enemy is the surest way to defeat him. Not only does he prepare himself physically for an event, but Volkstaya also learns as much about the people he'll be competing against as he can. He memorizes what they eat, what they wear, where they live, what equipment they use, how they train, even their sleep habits. I know some of my competitors better than I know myself, he declares. It makes them seem smaller to me, predictable, beatable. While Volkstaya claims that studying the competition affords him a psychological edge and little else, some believe he studies his competitors so he can eliminate them, sometimes before the race even begins. One of his rivals, a man who prefers to stay as close to the starting line as possible the night before the race, claims that at one event, Volkstaya bought up all the rooms in the lodge closest to the race course, forcing the men to stay several miles away. That does make him suspicious, though. Volkstaya won, his rival came in a distant 5th. Other competitors tell similar tales. Tools and replacement parts suddenly vanish from shops, food items disappear from store shelves, strange noises keep people from getting a good night's sleep. Some biathletes even claim that Volkstaya altered the scopes on their rifles so they'd miss their targets. Rifles? When confronted with these accusations, Volkstaya just shakes his head. Pah! I do nothing wrong. They are angry because I always win and they always lose. They are green with jealousy and sour apples. It's likely that he means sour grapes, not sour apple, but his message is clear nonetheless. When it comes to cross-country skiing, Jani Vokstaya is currently the force to be reckoned with. Why do they need a sniper when they're skiing? Alright. Tip of the month, magic bullet. Ever find yourself on a training run out in the backcountry miles from car or cabin, consistently missing your target despite your best efforts? You conclude that your front sight needs to be adjusted, but you have no tools with you, not even your trusty Swiss Army knife. The good news for some rifle owners is you don't have to throw in the towel and call it a wasted day, because the solution to your problem is right there in your rifle, a bullet. To raise or lower the sight post, you need to depress the small locking pin and move the circular plate beneath the post to the next position, clockwise for raising the post. This doesn't mean anything to me. While the tip of a ballpoint pen can be used to manipulate the pin and plate, the tip of the bullet works just as well, if not better. After all, ballpoint pens can break, and the last thing you need is a jammed post screw. So the next time you're out in the field and your aim seems to be off, reach for a bullet. You'll be back on target in no time. Alright. It's also locked. This is the last room. Bish Bish is Bill Kessler. Keep forgetting who's who. Engineering. Rudimentary geology. Large machinery. Alright, so I need to go to the chute. This is where I
I'm
was
supposed to use this door if it's an emergency.
Alright. It was here, right?
This is where I dumped the laundry bag.
Like this. Alright. Now can I leave? Or is it time to cook? Wait, what was the lunch time? Noon to 1 p.m. I'm already too late. Whoops. Where's the kitchen?
Pick up the phone, Nancy.
Oops.
Polly says he had to cook lunch. That's your job, remember? Maybe you should just go to the kitchen right now so you can be all ready to cook the next meal, okay?
Whoops. Alright. What do I need to do? Lunch? Oh, dinner maybe. So this is salmon and salad. Yes, it's 6 p.m. Cook salmon on the griddle, remove any tints of bright orange pink. Put extra salad ingredients in salad bowl on top of lettuce. All salads are to be topped with large famous Icicle Creek dressing. Where's salmon? Just put 6 on, I don't know. What do I need to do with this? Oops. I messed it up already. They're all burnt.
Nobody likes their food that well done, Nancy.
Oh, whoops. Well, obviously, don't do what I just did. Burning down the entire lodge, that is. This is not that hard once you figure it out. You have 3 different menus: breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You have to make the right menu at the right time. Makes sense, huh? So since it's 6 p.m., we need to make dinner. Dinner consists of salmon and salad. Don't do it like me, start cooking randomly, but instead take a look at what the guests actually want to eat. Click on their food bowls and you'll see a list. My advice is to make one at a time, since you have all the time you need until you get the hang of it. So for instance, Bill wants 2 salmon, so cook 2 salmon, put them on his plate and check order complete. This one is done, so move on to the next. You have to make the salad in a bowl and add the ingredients the guests have listed. Make sure to put an ingredient down before you add the next one, so you don't add something twice by mistake. Also, if you do make a mistake and Ollie says this,
If you think I'm serving this, you're loco.
you have to start over completely. For some reason, he throws everything away. What a waste, huh? Lunch and breakfast work the same way, but with different food items. Trust me, you'll get the hang of it once you've done it a couple of times. Or become really annoyed at having to do this. Maybe both.
Phew, I'm glad I'm done. I feel like I've really worked. Thank you for watching. Curious what happens next? Subscribe to my page so you don't miss anything.